Welcome back, viewers at home, to the fourth segment of this program by the name of Family Altar. If there is one thing about this program, identity is the currency of this program. If you don't know who you are and whom you are, you can never make it in this life. And I'm still with my guest here, Mario Vee. Mario, wow, man, what a powerful articulation and the revelation of who God is, in your life. Because unless you know Him personally,
Right.
and Him being revealed to you, then you are shooting amiss.
Right.
Even your prayers, you pray amiss. And having said that, I'm told that Mario is no longer single.
Oh, no, I'm not.
For the sake of that brother there, because I can see people, they want numbers. What is Mario's numbers? No, Mario is no longer single. Mario is taken.
Yes, I'm actually in a
Wow.
relationship. I'm actually married.
Wow,
Yes, so
wow,
I'm
wow.
actually married for 7 years.
7 years.
Yes, 7 years.
And how did it all happen, man? Take us through that journey. Where did you meet Prince Charming? And
Okay,
wow.
so it all happened while I was also on my journey of self-discovery.
Oh
It
my
also
God.
happened when I was going through my phase of rejection from the family, the
God, my Father.
church, and this gentleman just so happened to have been there.
Wow.
And he gave me a sense of belonging, a sense of peace, a sense of comfort.
Sure.
He just loved me for who I was,
Jesus.
and he embraced me. And we're actually together for 20 years now.
God, my Father.
I'm
Two
giving away my
decades.
age.
2 decades.
Yes. And yes, it has been a
Jesus.
journey.
Wow, wow.
And he also been with me through my addiction because he also knew about it. But I also hid it from him for quite a few years.
Sure.
But only when things actually became really out of hand and it became now obvious that now I'm an
Wow.
addict. But he stood with me. He encouraged me to. He tried. I've
God, my
also
Father.
went to rehab, and it was a journey. And he
Sure.
had just been a game changer in my life.
So he's actually the one who took you to the rehab.
Well, at first, no. My parents actually at first took me to rehab.
Okay.
And I did go into rehab. And not long after coming out of rehab, I then relapsed. And after relapsing, the addiction actually became worse.
Oh, God.
And with me, what I've also found that is no matter how much somebody may want you to change, you have to want to change.
Oh, yes, yeah.
You're going to have to actually put in
Oh,
the work in
yes.
order for you to change. You got to identify with the problem and you actually have to solve it.
Sure.
So for me, the day I actually then discovered that I needed to change, it was a conscious decision that I had to actually make myself.
Oh, yeah.
I needed to fight for my life.
Sure.
It was not now my parents wanting to fight, or my sisters, or my family, or my friends wanting to fight for me. Yet I did not want to fight for myself. I needed to actually step in there. I needed to grab it. I needed to want it.
Wow,
And that is what
wow,
happened.
wow.
That is
Sure.
how the journey of freeing myself from addiction actually happened.
Wow.
Was the day I took control of my life.
Of your life. Whoa, wow,
Yes.
powerful. And Prince Charming, is he saved?
Oh, absolutely. He was
Wow.
actually Tamil, and he's now Christian. And
Wow,
yes, he
wow.
loves God, very God fearing.
My Father.
Yes, and we actually been looking for churches to actually dwell in, and now we actually found one which we can actually call home.
Really?
Yes,
Wow, wow,
none
wow,
other than the
wow,
altar.
wow. Look, man, where did you guys tie the knot? Wow, and why I was not invited? I feel a little bit jealous now. Why?
Oh wow, you'll definitely be there for the renewal.
When is the renewal, by the way, taking
Well,
place?
we haven't spoken about one yet.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so to answer your question, we did tie the knot here in Gauteng, in
Wow.
a church actually,
Wow.
ordained by an Anglican minister.
Okay,
Yes, so
okay.
yeah, that happened actually 7 years ago. So
God,
it
my
was actually an
Father.
amazing feeling.
Jesus.
Yes, and it still is.
And the parents were involved?
Well, my parents were, because
Yeah.
my parents actually reached a point where they actually weren't really focused on what the people on the outside were actually saying.
Oh, yeah.
They actually accepted and loved me for who I was,
Sure.
irrespective of my sexuality or my preferences.
Wow.
They saw beyond that.
Wow.
They saw beyond the need of having to embrace me because of my sexuality.
Sure.
They embraced me because if you're same like with when God says, men love your wives just as God loves the church. It's same with us.
Sure.
So in order for the outside world to actually love and appreciate your child or your siblings, for them it was they had to express and show their love towards me, so
Sure.
the outside would also be able to embrace who I was.
My God, you're actually touching one of the most powerful and profound point when you say your parents decided to turn the blind eye and deaf ear to what people are saying and
Yes.
focus on you
Yes.
as their own. What can you tell the parents out there who are being demonized and also find themselves in a space where now they reject their own because of what people are saying?
Right.
What can you tell them?
Okay, so for everyone out there who has a child who is struggling with identity, struggling with finding who they really are, it's for you as a parent to actually step out and allow your child to actually love themselves from within. It's your responsibility to actually love, to nurture, to actually guide and protect. One of the most important things for you as a parent is to protect and to cover your child with a love and with the grace that God has actually given us.
Wow,
It's for the parents to actually lead our children into a space where they are covered by the blood, covered by grace,
my God,
covered
my
by
God,
humanity.
my God,
So I'd just love for every parent
Sure.
out there who's going through what my parents went through, it's just to go back to God and ask Him to direct you. Ask Him to fill you with an agape love. Ask Him to give you the strength and the guidance to appreciate and love the child for who and what they are.
Powerful, Mario, powerful, powerful. I wish the audience was here, but we've got a bigger one now. Watch it. And your career path. How do you balance the two now? Marriage, career. But before we get there, marriage is all about procreation. So they say.
Yes.
So there must be a child. There must. Are you guys, looking into that area to have bambinos around you, or you still enjoying each other?
I am actually in a space right now where my career has just now taken off. I am also at a place in my life right now where I do want to give of myself. But I will wait on God for God to actually give me the child when the time is right.
Wow.
Because I do believe that I do have what it takes to actually be a parent. But in order for me to be a parent, I first have to be equipped with the right knowledge, the understanding, and with also the love that God has to actually still instill with me. I want to actually have my cup running over
Oh,
with
wow.
love and
Wow.
abundance, so I can
Wow.
actually
Wow.
give over to somebody else. Because,
Wow.
like you mentioned
Wow.
earlier on, you cannot give what you don't have.
You
So
can't.
I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
want to actually fill my
Sure.
cup.
Wow.
So, and then I can actually fill somebody else's life.
I think in your case, in Mario's case, what makes things a little bit easier, he was born in a family. We always struggle when people were born out of wedlock because now you were born outside the covenant.
Yes.
And now does becomes a challenge on its own because you have to face all kinds of demons.
Absolutely.
Remember, even the tree will never give you its fruit until you know who you are. So
Absolutely.
identity is key. And I'm glad that you want to wait upon God to give you that, to capacitate you. I mean, to know how to to give love, to the young ones. That's
Absolutely.
exactly what we want.
Absolutely.
And your career, Jane, where are you now? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Okay, so right now I am a successful entrepreneur.
Wow,
I
wow.
am very successful within the beauty industry.
Wow,
And
wow.
just to right now, so where I see myself in 5 to 10 years from now, I definitely want to be a life coach. I actually want to just go out there and instill skills.
God, my
Also
Father.
equip people with
Wow.
the right knowledge of how
Wow.
to balance their lives and to deal with addiction, to also
Jesus.
deal with rejection. It's
Wow.
very extremely important
Wow.
for me
Wow.
to actually get myself out there for somebody who actually is in need, because I know there's somebody out there right now who actually needs me,
Oh, yes.
and somebody out there who actually has been through what I've been through. So I
Ooh.
just want to tell that person who's watching right now is it's never too late
It's
to
never too
actually
late,
make a
yeah.
change within your life. And it's never too late for you to actually make a success of your life. Because God is not a God of failure.
He's not a respect of person.
Yes, he's
Yeah, favor ain't fair.
absolutely.
Viewers at home, wow, it is getting hotter and hotter in the house. Stay tuned, we coming back.